Hey folks, Greg. You're watching Greg's Country Cabin Outdoors. Hope you're having a great day. I wanted to show you another option of a wood gasifier. Um, you can buy quart paint cans at Home Depot store, and they've got a plastic liner in them. And I found, since Home Depot didn't have any in stock and they haven't had for several months, I found some on Amazon, and these are unlined. So what I wanted to show you was a different version of a wood gasifier. Now, a lot of people use Progresso soup cans, and they cut the top out and they turn it upside down and they cut a hole in the bottom and put the Progresso soup through the hole in the bottom. Okay, that's one way to do it. I suggested to a YouTuber one time that he do it a little easier way, and he got a little irate with me, told me if I didn't like it, he was doing it the right way, and if I didn't like it, find another channel. So I did. But anyway, the simpler way was to not cut a hole in the bottom and cut the top out. The simpler way is to leave the top in, okay? Cut the bottom out. Get a safety can opener and cut the bottom out, okay? And I've already done that with this one. All right? Simple as that. Now, you have an unlined can with the top ring still in place. The next thing you need is a can of Bush's baked beans. These are brown sugar and hickory, which doesn't matter. It's the 28 ounce size, 1 pound, 12 ounces, or 794 grams. You peel the label off of it. Okay, pretty simple. Once you've got the label peeled off of it, you don't have to worry about it flaming up inside there. And even if it does, it's a fully contained fire, so it's no big deal. Anyway, I cut this lid out with a regular can opener. No big deal. I wanted the extra strength at the top, because with this particular can, you take your paint can, you insert this from the bottom and slip it up, and you can see it just fits. Right? It's not the most perfect fit, but it's not going to fall out. Now, here's the interesting part about this. Okay? With the Progresso soup can, you have to drill holes all the way around the base of the paint can. With this particular application, you drill holes around the top of the inside, just like you do with the Progresso soup can. You drill holes around the bottom of it, just like you do with the Progresso soup can. You put holes in the bottom of it for primary air, okay? These holes up at the top are your secondary air. So you've got the primary air, you've got plenty of primary air feeding this fire. You've got secondary air. This particular baked bean can fits in there and sticks down, so you have airflow all the way around this can coming in at the bottom, and it's sitting directly on the ground. So now what do you do with the bottom? Well, what I decided to do is to take the bottom and put it underneath to prevent a fire, and I'm going to create a rack that will fit inside this, that this will sit on top of, in order to be able to allow air underneath. Okay, I got the gasifier drilled out. Yeah, it's kind of messy, but hey, what do you expect from bushcraft, right? Anyway, I've got 32 holes around the bottom. 8 of them are 3/8 inch diameter. The rest are 3/16. And then I've got 16 holes around the top, and they're 3/16. Okay, this goes up inside here, fits snugly, and as you can see, there's plenty of room for air to get in these primary air holes. The secondary air goes up between the two cans and comes out the holes at the top up here. So that's finished, and it will stay. I don't have to worry about it coming apart while I'm heating something up because the weight is sitting on the internal can, so the whole thing is held together. It's not going to fall apart, but it will come apart rather simply because it's not perfectly wedged up in there. It's snug, but that's it, and that's good enough. And for this, good enough works. Anyway, 2 paint cans converted into bushcraft utensils. Well, the sun has set over the horizon. It has been an extremely windy day all day today. And as you can see by the lake, the wind has settled down quite a bit. It's supposed to be 10 to 15 mile an hour tonight. I don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. I'm hoping it will be a lot calmer. It was blustery, like I said, and cold today. It got down to 48 midday, and it's warmed up to about 50 now, so who knows? We'll see what tomorrow brings. Hopefully a much better day. Since the wind has laid down substantially, I thought it might be safe to go ahead and have a fire in the fireplace. Okay, here's an explanation as to why we have it. That log, the big one right there, just rolled out of the fireplace. Fortunately, it hit the screen and landed on the stone hearth and didn't roll any further. I was able to get it picked up with the fireplace tools that I have over to the side there and put back into the fire. But anyway, that's why we have a stone hearth, and that's why we have a screen. If that had fallen against the doors being shut, it would have shattered the glass. It's tempered glass, but you put a log right up against it and it will shatter. So, a little why we have it. I know the screen is way too big for the fireplace, but you know what? For $10, it just saved my cabin. I went ahead and made guts for my 1-quart can pot to make coffee. And how does it stack up to the butane stove? It fits perfectly. It puts the burner directly under the center of the percolator, which is where I want the heat. So, let's see how well it percolates. Okay, we have percolation. Now, I want to show you this. This is why, because heat will conduct straight through that, right up that bone. So that's why I put the paracord on there. But anyway, that percolates against that, and it's draining into the coffee, and it's working perfectly. And it's just a little bitty fire. and you can hear it percolating. Oh yeah, coffee's getting dark already. I had to turn the flame down quite a bit because it was actually starting to boil over. But that's the way it's supposed to work right there. That's what a percolator does. That's how small the flame is to bring that to a percolate. That's perfect. You're going to use minimal fuel with a butane burner. You're going to be able to percolate your coffee, get it as dark as you want. Okay, coffee is brewed. We're going to let that settle in. Looks like the grounds kind of got blended in there, which I kind of expected because the holes are kind of big on this particular percolator. But we got percolation, and that's what I wanted, was percolation. Anyway, I did a video on how to make this internal workings, so check it out.